G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we'll be looking at the Transform Element TE3 Speedstar, aka Mirage. And here he is in his vehicle mode. He does look rather nice, although my front wheels don't fully want to stay where they are, and one of the feet just wants to keep flopping out, but that's beside the point. He does roll very nicely. I was going to get my Fans Toys drivers to see if he could fit in there, but I couldn't be bothered getting it out of storage. I got enough stuff out of storage as is. So there we go. He does come with a couple of accessories. He does come with an alternative head, which honestly I can't really tell much difference. And he comes with an alternative face with a bit of a smile. So there we go. He does come with gun and missile, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And here he is with our size comparison. She obviously is a little bit wider than he is. He's just slightly shorter, but she's also just a little bit longer than he is. So there we go. So he does look nice. Nice blues, although there is some contradicting blues. There's a bit of dark here, a bit of light. I don't know how well it comes up in the camera. Silver paint for the spoiler. White on the front. Obviously the Autobot symbol's wasn't with this. I had to get it third party. So there we go. There he is from underneath. And of course, getting him into vehicle mode is a bit of a pain in the backside. So let's not postpone any longer. Let's get down to it. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to just lift up these white pieces just a little bit. If you can get your fingernail under there. And we're going to rotate these out. And also untab on the other side. And that frees up part of the leg. And we'll just do it on the other side just to free that up. Next, we're going to split all this in half the best we can. Like so. Now I will point out these pieces here, I have glued them in place because they kept popping off on me. So next you're going to, I'm just trying to remember this works. You're going to rotate the leg out till you get to here. You're then going to try to unwrap the side, and then you're just going to fold it back till it's like that. And we'll just fold that back in just a little bit. It doesn't tab anywhere yet. So what we're going to do is we will deal with this wheel. So we'll just fold that down. Just try to keep his thing out of the way. We're going to rotate the wheel around, and then that just sort of sits there. Then what we can do is we can try to get his foot in place. Where are you? Come on. I knew I was going to have to fight with this eventually. Come on. It's supposed to rotate. Where are you? Sure, I'm missing a step. I just know I'm missing a step. There we go. That rotates around there. That slides into place. So that just sort of sits under there. Then what we can do is we can wrap this around. And this tab, excuse me, is going to go on the side. So just wrap around a little bit. No, we should get that knee out first. So untab it if you haven't already. Fold that out. Because, where is it? This will tab inside, so just give us a little bit of pull out to give it a bit of clearance and slide that down. So, try this again. So, tab into the side, just so it holds it. Rotate this around, tab that in, and fold the knee around. And just sort of line up in place and just sort of tabs in the back. As long as that's in the right place. Come on. Fiddle with it. Oh, come on. You weren't giving me this problem earlier. Oh, fold it up a bit. Maybe I said that wrong. No, it has to come down, otherwise it's going to be really wonky. So where are you? So yeah, that's what just has to sit on there. Get in there. Come on. Yeah, his leg's not lining up for me. That's why. Under there, into there. Come on. There we go. That wraps around there. This wraps around here just to sit in the front. And then we have a leg all done, and we can just slide this up. Now I will point out with this spoiler, I have put washing liquid in because that was tight and I was going to break the joint. And then all we can do is we just rotate it like that, and we have a leg all articulated correctly. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have this all done, and what we're going to do to make things a little bit easier for ourselves, we're going to fold these pieces down. It'll become part of the crotch plate. You're going to then want to try and use part of the ab crunch, which can be a bit scary, to give us a little bit of clearance here. You're going to fold these under, and then what we're going to do is we're going to flip these back, and this is going to come up as far as it can go. Just sort of fold back here, same on the other side. Fold that back, just keep going. If it feels tight, just keep going, just be gentle, just gentle. All right, next we're going to try to split this apart. Actually, I think I'm tabbed in somewhere else. No, it shouldn't be. Should be clear. I wonder if it's the headpiece. Come on. Should be able to separate for me. No, that shouldn't make any difference. I wonder if it's the arms. It shouldn't be. So it feels like I'm fighting it at the back, and I don't know why. Oh well, we'll leave that for the moment. Probably jumping guns anyway. Alright, so we're going to rotate the waist around, and we won't worry about too much about tabbing that back into place just yet. Next, we're going to have the fun that is getting this missile launcher out. So you're going to fold just the top flap of this if you can. You're going to slide out. We're going to just slide down the shoulder. This will come down and just sort of very gently just swoosh it around. Excuse me, you can get the missile launcher out of the way of the wheels. And push that down there as well. Now what we will do is we will fold the arms out just a bit. Like so. And can I get this cleared now? I swear it's tabbed in tight somewhere and I do not know where it is. It shouldn't be. Yeah, there's nothing there that legitimately should be holding it together. Give me 1 second. Oh, I am a bit silly. It's these pieces here that we folded up that are in the way. Excuse me. Excuse me, Jesus. Alright, so we'll get back to that in a second. What we'll do is we will fold these arms out so we have some room, and then that can fold around here, fold that down, fold that around here, and now that should give us the clearance for the back. And this can fold up here, you can fold the sides in here, and it can just go down there. I don't know if it's supposed to tab in completely, but it kind of works for me. Then what we're going to do is we're going to lock that back into place, and unfortunately those flaps have popped back out on me. Come on, get back under there. I think I've used the actual proper joint there. Yeah, push them back up, lock that back in place, and that's better. All right, let's get on with it. So next we're going to do under here. So you're going to push this back up again to give it some clearance. You're going to fold down the front here. You're going to rotate these in a bit, and we're going to need to push up the head just underneath, and then that can fold down. This will fold down. It tends to pull the head along with it, and then we can rotate the head in place. We're going to flip, just push his shoulders up if you have to. Then going to position his missile launcher up where it has to go. And we're almost done. We can then come under here. After we've rotated the bicep, pull out the hands, get them in place, and we have an arm all done. I will point out that if you don't push these down, they do get a little bit floppy. So bicep rotation, out, out, and there we go. And we can make the hands look a little bit better by opening up the fist. And there is actually a screw for the thumb, which is a little bit odd in my books. And then you can just fix that up. So I'll just throw that on there, lift that up, and there we go. Now his hands are a little bit more natural. So there we go. There is Mirage in his robot mode. He is missing a few things. So let's have a quick look at his accessories. We do have his missile that just slides in here. It's not very long, and it has got a bit of a shape to it, so you know just which way to put it in. And that gets him armed up there. And then of course his gun is just the classic masterpiece, the peg in the hand. So you can just open up his hand, get that in there, and he holds it very, very well. So there we go, there he is in his robot mode. And let's get down to articulation before we get down to the final size comparison. And as you said, my foot's a bit floppy. So his head can do a full 360 on a ball joint. It can look up that far, although it kind of brings that with it. It can look down that far. You can get a slight, very slight sort of thing. You can use the transformation joint to get the arm lower, but it doesn't really do anything. Can do a full 360. It can go out that far. We have a bicep rotation. We have a double jointed elbow, which gets you that far due to transformation. We have a wrist rotation. Oops, biceps in the wrong place. We have 3 fingers on one pin. We have the index finger on another pin. There is no individual joints. And the thumb is on the screw, which, like I said, just seems really bizarre. Missile can be positioned however you want. So if you want it down further, if you want it all the way back, if you want it up, if you want it down, up to you. We have waist rotation that is a little hindered because of the backpack. So hit things. You do have, of course, your ab crunch, which if you want more, you're going to have to move that out of the way and just sort of articulate it. Although, honestly, the first time I did that, it scared the crap out of me. Alright, so why does it feel like that's just too high? I don't know. If we lift up here, we have our side skirts. We can lift the foot up, they go that far. You can move the side skirt back a little bit, but you're only going to get that far. You can come out that far. It has hip rotation, and I will point out, yes, my hip was back to front, so I had to fix it. Hopefully that is all fixed nowadays. So there we go. He has double jointed knee, which gets you that far. He has a lot of ankle tilt. Like I said, my foot's a bit floppy, but hey, he stands. That's all that matters. And of course, you move this heel however you wish. So there we are. Now, I think he did come with a card and stuff, but I can't find it. For some reason, I've put it somewhere else, and I can't find his instructions to save my life anyway. So let's get down to final size comparisons. Here he is with MP10, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a good size for Mirage. I can't wait to see when I get, I can't remember who made it. Might be X-Transpods, I can't remember. Cliff Jumper, to see how that goes. And we have one more comparison. I thought I'd bring in some other Formula 1 race cars. On the left, of course, we have Fans Toys drag strip, which Smokey, I think it was. And of course, on the right here, we have Transform Missions drag strip, which I can't, honestly, the love of God, remember what they called it. So yes, drag strip for Fans Toys is way bigger. Transform Missions is about the same size. Which makes sense, especially with, which one was it? The episode where they all pretended to be the Stunticons. So there we go. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. If you'd like, maybe even subscribe and ring that bell. I post at least once a week, or I'm pretty sure hoping that I'm always going to be once a week. Maybe even leave me a comment and let me know what you think of these reviews, or even the figures themselves. You know, give me your opinion. But apart from that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.